So basically, Sydney sent me the clip of Emmy, and she's like, hey, really upsetting clip, but like this happened at TwitchCon.
Whoa.
I like it genuinely like made me sick to my stomach. Not, I don't know if that's like the great, like I felt like just such sadness, I guess. And just like, I'm just so fucking, like, it makes me so incredibly frustrated and angry when I think that a lot of the women in this scene are very outspoken about what happens to them or the fears that they have. And it's not like Twitch doesn't know. And so they like promise that they're like, oh yeah, we have security, like we have all these measures, but it's like, but it's like, we are telling you, and then it's like, you don't do anything until something fucking happens. And it actually just like that should never fucking happen. It should never happen, but it does. It like, bad things happen all the time. It's just actually crazy to me that you have the ability to minimize it as much as possible, and you don't do it. And it's just, it's like, I watched that clip and I'm like, I'm just sad, and I'm just so frustrated. I am like, I think I also just really admire, like, I really admire the way that Emmy is just like so outspoken. She's like, I do think the idea of like, it can happen to Emmy, it can happen to anybody, but Emmy like obviously can take, or like has her own security, but like not all creators can have security. So you'd think that like, you would just think Twitch would do better, but they fucking don't. And they don't until it is too late. And I don't understand. I actually don't understand why. I actually don't understand how many times a girl has to tell you, like, or like, I feel like so many people have not gone to TwitchCon this year because they're like, oh yeah, safety reasons. And Twitch just, I guess it feels like they don't, I don't know. I can't imagine anyone's going to TwitchCon next year. I mean, like, I'm sure people will, but I don't know. Yeah. And the lie in Twitch's response was insanity. I just cannot fathom it. I'm like, who fucked up this bad? You know? No, I mean, okay, if you've been to TwitchCon, the security around TwitchCon is just like, to me, they feel like not really security, which is kind of why everyone brings up this point every year. They feel like, I don't know how to explain this. It feels like how I feel like at EDC or Coachella, where you can tell it's just like, they're just like, they're hiring so many people, but it does feel like volunteers, but like, I'm sure they're not fucking volunteers, but it feels like they are. Obviously, I don't know, but it's actually like, there are some security that I would say maybe like are a little more seemingly, I guess professional is the word. But not really. I would say it just feels like they are bodies, but that's the point. That's kind of what we've been trying to say. And so yeah, I don't know. Untrained personnel. Yes. I remember going in 2022 and getting in. They barely even checked bags. It's just like a look and they're like, okay, go in. I do really think that it feels so lazy. I like genuinely, it feels lazy. And I'm like sure that they're doing, I guess I just don't like, is it money or it's just, I don't know. I think that it just feels like so incredibly lazy. Like they do not fucking care until something happens. And then I guess even when something happens, they still don't fucking care. So it's just actually so frustrating. Like I watched that clip and I'm so sad. I'm so frustrated. But also I'm just like, holy fuck, Emmy is so strong. Like genuinely, I was like, oh, I am impressed with your ability to just be so eloquent in this current situation and also like call for the craziest thing to me is that there is a video, I guess, of this guy walking out of the con. So he made it all the way from the meet and greet section of TwitchCon to the entrance of TwitchCon and fucking walked out. That is actually what, like, of course, it should just never have happened with the right measures and the security. And like, he should have never been able to get that close to her, of course. But what is genuinely fucking baffling to me is that he does something. There is an obvious like public disturbance. People around are noticing that. This guy is like fucking 6'5", okay? And just walks out, which I feel like tells me that the security that Twitch has hired has no fucking clue what to do in an actual anything that's just like, I don't know, telling someone where the fucking bathroom is. Like, I actually am like, I don't know what are you hired for? These people are obviously not trained. Or maybe like, I mean, like, obviously I don't know anything. I don't fucking work for Twitch. I don't know the conversations that they're having, but like, as someone who is witnessing this, and then I see a clip of him walking out the fucking front door of the convention, I'm like, what's happening? Do we have like any idea what's going on right now? The problem is that they try to take action after something happens. Yes, like it's like, I think that people have been complaining to Twitch for quite literally, at least 4 years, okay? Like, I remember when conversations were starting to like, it's just been a really long time. And then they always kind of swear that like, oh, don't, like, if you want, you can like, you can request security, but it's just like, okay. I mean, talking about being desensitized after actually made me cry. No, I know, it's like, I think Emmy said something like, I don't know the verbatim here. So, but it was something along the lines of like, obviously I don't want this to happen to anybody else, but I'm just built different. Like it doesn't, like I don't know. She's like, I can't remember. She said like, I'm strong or something. And she's like, I like so much shit happens to me. And then, yeah, like I'm sure a lot of people would go home after this and people would understand, but I'm going to go do my show. Something like along that line. And I'm like, it makes me so sad to think like just all the shit that could have been prevented. It's like, okay, great. Like a lot of fucking shit happens, but she knows that shit happens. She tries to let people or tell Twitch and it doesn't. Yeah. She's desensitized and used to this shit happening, which is not normal. I mean, I think it's normal. I don't think it should be a norm. It's also crazy because like, let's say that like, so Emmy says she's desensitized, which like a lot of shit happens to her, but it's like, she knows that shit happens. She tries to like hire her own security. Everyone's kind of concerned. We all like, people know that shit happens. Twitch knows that shit happens, but yet we don't take the necessary measures until something happens. And that mental health exit wasn't well protected. I mean, yeah, I just fucking walked out. So I imagine you had a weapon or something major. Yeah, no, literally. I think, oh God. But basically, John and I were talking about TwitchCon, and John ended up messaging somebody at Twitch because he's like, hey, so like security, and I'm pretty sure the Twitch guy was like, well, we didn't change it, but you can request, and it's like good. Fuck. Hey, don't quote me on that. But it was something that I was like, oh, But I think that Twitch just maybe just didn't think anything would happen. I don't know. Oh no, the thing is, something happens at Twitch. Like, I feel like something happens at Twitch every year. It's just that it's just like so incredibly disappointing that things just don't change, I guess. He wasn't in line. He crossed from the side. He crossed from another streamer meet and greet to get to her. What's also just terrifying to me is like, it's so scary to me that people will do things like this. I'm just gonna sexually assault someone in public in front of thousands of people. I mean, he doesn't know, I guess, that there's like all these cameras and stuff, but like just in she's in a meet and greet. There's a line of all these people who are witnessing her, and you're like, you have no regard to, you don't care. You just think do you think you're gonna get away with it? It's just so scary. It's just, yeah. It's probably lawsuits, yeah, which makes sense. But hey, if they hired professionals in armed security, we wouldn't have this issue of lawsuits anyways. Yeah, it's just kind of like, well, why do you think people feel the need to hire their own security? Like, does that not give you an indication that something maybe we need to change? I don't know. No, I think, like, I'm glad to hear that Emmy is pressing charges. Like, yeah. He can't be that stupid, but apparently he will. I mean, he is stupid. He is. Didn't he show a lot of courage and deserve praise for just going for his dream? All in. Like, even if you're trying to joke, like, I'd slap you. Like, I imagine you just in a group, like you and your buddies cracking a joke, and I just see people talk about you, bro, behind your back. Like, I can't even imagine what the fuck is going through your head right now. Holy shit. Like, that's seen a lot of those comments, sadly. Yeah, I mean, I think that men